is Anthea from Lancaster Sling Library. Today I'm going to show you how to size a pouch on your ring sling. Regardless of the type of shoulder, whether it's gathered, pleated, box pleat, whatever, this is exactly the same. So take your rings and your fabric, put your rings on either shoulder, whichever you prefer. You're aiming for your rings to be in the corsage position, so that nice flat bit on your chest just there. Okay, do what's known as the bath towel test. So get hold of the inside rail, get hold of the top rail and pull, just like you would with a bath towel, and check the outside. And what that does is that just checks to see whether there's any twist in the fabric, so it's sat nicely flat against your back. Hold the fabric out, spare hand from the bottom, gather from the bottom up, and this just makes sure there's no slack in the back of the fabric for you. Make an L with your hand. Use your thumb and create a hook with your thumb, basically. What you're aiming for is for your thumb to be just above your hip bone. If you've got a smaller baby, obviously your pouch will be higher. If you've got a large baby, your pouch will be lower. If you use your hip bone as a reference point just for now, and obviously once you are more sure of how you carry using your own child, you'll be able to do this one a lot quicker. So create your pouch. Bring your fabric over here towards the rings, making sure that you've not twisted this fabric. Okay? Just bring your fabric through the rings. At this point, there's no need to be careful with how you're putting your fabric in. Okay. Take off the fabric, take off the sling, and start sorting your rings out. So what you're aiming for is you want to make sure that the rails are where they're supposed to be and the tails where they're supposed to be. So, right. Okay. So that's fabric there. So you can see that actually should be all the way over here. So, now I've got my starting point. Your finger underneath and just gather. And all I'm doing is just gathering this nicely in the rings. See that there? Just making sure that the inside rail is where it's supposed to be and the outside rail is where it's supposed to be, so that that translates to where you're pulling on the sling when you're tightening. There's nothing worse than putting baby in the sling and pulling on what you think is the right part of your sling to find actually that another bit tightens, or that you can't even tighten it at all. So there we go. So now that you've got a nice concertina effect, just pull that through. Get that seated nicely in the rings, if you can see. That's lovely and nice in the rings. And there we go. That's how you size your pouch.